everyone, it's Pat from Pat Dev Music, and that's right, in 1 minute I'm going to show you how to play 5 different scales. Now, if you are just starting out with theory, this is definitely the video for you, because from this one technique you can solo over any single chord and over any single song. It's really just that easy. So diving right on in, you will need your guitar. There's a backing track at the end of this video for you to practice your, sort of soloing skills using these different scales that I'm going to show you. But the timer is going to start right now. So the only little bit of theory that you need to know before we dive right on in and I show you how to play is that major chords come from a major scale. So I'm going to show you how you would make that major scale on the guitar. So first up, let's go to the first string. So it's an E. Once you played the open E string, play the 2nd fret, the 4th fret, the 5th, the 7th, the 9th, the 11th, and the 12th. You just played a major scale. Well done. Now take that theory and apply it to all the strings. Do exactly the same pattern. So then we've got the B major scale. Move up a string. We've got the G major scale. Same pattern. Move up, we've got the D major scale. Move up, we've got the A major scale. And finally, repeated, because it's the E string on the thick and the thinnest, you've got the E major scale. So there you go, 5 scales in 1 minute. If you're thinking, this is not what I thought this video would be, well, I thought I'd teach you a little bit more theory and how to actually use the scales. If you're wondering why I'm teaching you a scale on one string, it's because if you're just starting out, the idea of playing a scale with multiple fingers, multiple strings can be quite challenging. But this way, just remember that scale shape. Play it up and down the neck, play it on different strings and get used to how it sounds. And maybe even try and play a chord. So play a D chord, then play the D major scale on the D string. Play an A major chord, then play the A major scale on the A string. So the theory comes into play that what we're actually doing is we're moving up either 1 fret or 2 frets. Or think of it as 2 frets being a tone or a single fret as being a semitone. A tone meaning 2 frets and a semitone meaning 1 fret. So this is how we made the scale. I'll show you one more time and then we'll get to the backing track. You played an open string, then you moved 2 frets up to the 2nd fret, or a tone. Then you moved up another tone, a semitone, another tone, another tone, another tone, and then a semitone. So if you're writing the theory, it would look like this. Just a mixture of tones, T for tone, and S for semitone. That's all that it is. So you could take that same knowledge and you could play it. You could play it anywhere over the neck. It's just easier if you're just starting out. So we've got a backing track coming up. Now it is going to be a little bit tricky, but because you're going to start learning this sort of pattern all over the neck, if you wanted to, you could just play every open string as the chord changes, and every 2nd fret, or every 12th fret. So what you're going to hear is you're going to hear each chord go in sequential order. So it'll go from the E chord, and then the B string's next, so then you'll hear a B major chord, the G chord's next, D chord's next, A, and then E again. So all that I would suggest you playing is just a couple different notes that are in that scale, and then move up a string, think about the same pattern shape. Then up a string, then up a string, then up a string, then up a string. So just get the scale under your fingertips, practice all of the scales up and back, try with multiple different fingers before you're moving on to up and down. Just try all the way across the neck first. And that's it. What did you think? Did you learn something? Was it fun? Definitely leave a comment below and let me know. Otherwise, the backing track is coming up. It'll have the scales changing as the chords change. Have fun. I'll see you again for another one. Bye.